It's human nature to be authentic, especially these days, especially the millennial generation and beyond. We're very into being authentic. And it's a double-edged sword. It's beautiful and it's detrimental. If we pull it off, it's beautiful. And if we can't find it within our hearts to be authentic, it's harmful. How many divorces happen because people don't feel like they're being authentic? Right? How many people give up jobs and are on the streets because they can't stick to a job because they're not authentic? They don't believe in it, in the cause. They can't, so they don't want to make the money. It happens, right? This is the generation. It's the generation right before the coming of Mashiach where there's going to be total authenticity. We're getting close. But before Mashiach comes, it can be detrimental. Somebody who says, I'm authentic and I want to have bittul to God. I want to concede to God, but I'm not feeling it. I will not go through those motions. I'm going to bow to God when I don't feel it in my heart. I'm going to lie to myself. I'm going to lie to God. I'm going to fake. I'm going to pretend. I'm going to pretend that I feel that I'm part of a bigger mission, that I have a soul, but when I don't really feel it, the Talmud says, yes. And if you don't, you're like a snake. You're embodying klipa. You have the opportunity to experience bittul, and if not just behaviorally, it's still valuable. Even if our bittul is just behavioral, even if we're not fully authentic, we're not fully internally lined up, we're not fully emotionally engaged in our relationships, even just behaviorally engaged, there's meaning there. It matters. If I put on tefillin and I don't feel the connection with God, but I'm doing it, that matters still. If I celebrate Shabbos, but I don't feel like I'm in a different plane in time, I'm just going through the motions of not doing what I should be doing. It's not ideal, but it's still meaningful to God. If I study Torah, I don't feel the godly connection. I just, beautiful wisdom. It's still meaningful to God. Even if I'm not fully authentically lined up, I'm just going through the behavior, it still matters. There was a chassid of Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, the Alter Rebbe, who was quite wealthy and he was quite charitable as well. And he told the Alter Rebbe, I'm considering cutting back on charity because I don't feel that I'm giving from a place of authenticity. It tends to be more about me than about who I'm giving. And the Alter Rebbe said, don't cut back. You may not be giving it with authenticity, but the recipients are hungry and they're receiving it with authenticity. We may not feel like our mitzvahs are being done with full authenticity. I'm not perfect, right? I'm not feeling spiritual, so I'm going to lie to myself and put on tefillin. I'm going to lie to myself and start going to shul. I'm going to lie to myself and start saying that this is who I am and start praying and lighting Shabbos candles and keeping kosher when that's not who I am internally. And the answer is yes. If you're not feeling the modim, you still got to bow. That's what the Talmud says. Otherwise, we're embodying klipa because we, just through action, have an incredible opportunity. Action is so meaningful. And by the way, that's the real bittul. That I can do truth even if I don't feel truth because it's not about my feelings. It's about the truth. It's not about me.